Henry.
Так, ну ладно, выполним квест ухажера. Что там у нас с Терезой?
How did things work out with the job I arranged?
You did what I asked, but still. Antonia is a widow now. Not all the coin in the world can help if God doesn't will it.
So, how have you been?
I can't stop thinking about Skalitz.
I know. It was hell. But life has to go on. Why not clear your head and try to forget about it? At least for now.
What do you mean?
Do you feel like a walk?
That's not a bad idea. And where would you care to go?
What if we took a stroll along the river?
Why not? That sounds lovely. Shall we go?
Let's go.
That was a good idea to go for a walk. Not that I don't like the mill, but you get tired of it. So I'm glad you took me out. I'd love to see the markets in Prague one day. Have you ever been to Prague?
No, I haven't. I have been in Kuttenberg, but Prague must be much bigger.
I've heard it's pretty smelly, though.
Yeah, so many people in one place. So many assholes.
That's disgusting. I'd love to listen to that young preacher, Jan Hus. They say he preaches in the common tongue. Everyone's talking about it.
I bet he's just handsome. That's why the women dote on him.
You're a right one. A preacher doesn't need good looks for people to listen to him.
And what about that fine fellow at St. James? I know full well why all the girls have started going to confession, and you have too, so don't give me any of that.
You scoundrel. Well, all right. I admit I find him handsome. But that doesn't make me a bad Christian.
I'd never dare to suggest such a thing.
Tell you what. Let's not dawdle. Look where you're going. Last one is a slimy slug. That was fun. And what about you? I heard you're helping Sir Radzig.
Sir Radzig has me running a few errands. I have to say, he always treats me well, and I make a wage.
So you've had your turn of luck. What's it like serving nobility?
I don't know. I suppose it's a job like any other.
Of course! I'm sure it's no different than being a charcoal burner. You'll have to try harder than that.
Now then.
Oh, Henry, what am I going to do with you? Wandering the land, turning innocent girls' heads.
What? I hope your knees didn't buckle too.
You rascal. You know what? Ask me another time.
Another time?
The next time you come to see me. You will come and see me again, won't you?
I don't know. I am awfully busy.
Well, if you do find the time, I'll be glad to see you. But now I have to go.
Can I go with you?
Just a little way. I don't want anyone to gossip. Thank you for coming with me. Please come and see me again.
I'd like to... So, how'd you like it?
It's a big town with good strong walls, so I suppose we're safe here.
What do you think of the Lord here?
He comes from the glorious line of the Lords of Lipa.
Who's this Sahan?
He's actually the real Lord of Rete, and Sir Hanush is only his guardian, because
How are the Skalitz folk?
they're alive. That's the main thing. They have shelter, but they're just scraping by.
Do you know anything about those human rapists? About... You know.
They came to Hungary from God knows where, and now they... Well, folk tell awful stories about them.
That's all. Have you got a moment? I'd like to ask...
All right.
How did you get me away from Scal?
It wasn't easy. Sir Robard and his men helped load you on a wagon and we harnessed an old nag. The soldiers escorted us all the way here.
What about the bandits?
Sir Robard and his men routed them. They killed the few, but the giant who attacked you fled, and Zibishek with him.
Why would Zbyszek do that? I never thought much of him.
He was always a nasty piece of work. Doesn't surprise me he joined them. If you knew what he did to me.
Tell me.
When those... Cumans, they call them. When the Cumans came, Zibishek pushed me out in front of them and fled. He sacrificed me to save his own hide.
That bastard. Where's the sword I had?
You had a sword? It's gone now.
I don't give a damn about the horse. I stole it anyway. But my father forged that sword for Sir Radzik.
Well, you can't.
What happened to the other survivors?
They sought refuge in Rete.
And Matthew, Fritz and Matthias? Johan?
They're alive. I heard Matthias is at the stud farm in Merhoyed. Johanka is in...
What about Sir Radzik?
Sir Hanush, he's the Lord of Rete. He gave his lower castle to Sir Radzik, a place called Perkstein.
How did you get away?
You're wrong. If it hadn't been for you... When they came to the mill, they slaughtered everyone. After you distracted them, I fled to the mines to find my brother, but he... My brother was dead, but I owe my life and more to you.
And I owe mine to you. The scales are balanced. I won't trouble. I've brought you...
Thank you, but I'm not quite sure what to do with it.
Well, if something bad happened to you again, it could come in handy.
I see. Well, that's a kind thought, but I'm not sure it would do much good against those 3 big men.
Fancy doing something again?
I'd love to, Henry, but not just now. You've got to let a girl catch her breath now and...
Что мне там за украшение-то? У меня только мое кольцо. Ну, через пару дней, так через пару дней давайте подождем. Заодно сохранимся. Так, секунду, сейчас запишу.
No, let me sleep.
God save you, Henry. God save?
Fancy doing something?
I'd love to, Henry, but not just. You've got to let a girl catch a.
I've brought you...
Oh, Hal. Is this for me? You really mustn't bring me any...
I feel quite hungry.
Fancy doing...
I'd love to, Henry. You've got to let...
How are you, Henry?
Fancy doing something?
I'd love to, Henry, but not just now. Come and see me.
Ого.
You've got to let a girl catch a...
Короче, пару дней уже прошло. Ладно, я поеду выполнять основной, наверное, квест. Это показали итог.